Welcome to another round of Spudventures, and this time, for the first time in about 3 months, I am in the GM's seat with Voyages of the Takeout, this experimental Stars Without Number campaign with the Spyglass rule system from Dan Felder. It has been a little while, and there's been a lot of insanity between last session and this one, so please pardon some awkwardness as we get back in the saddle, as it were. And we're also going to be down one player because life has been hell, and so is retail. So Xencarn is sleeping the morning off, as he is just well deserved. But other than that, we've got Avis Echo.
Mike.
There we go. Azure Mountain.
Hey.
Digo.
Hello.
Smarty.
Yo.
And Oblivious.
I almost hit the disconnect button.
You too? Listen.
Better in 5 minutes and you already spaced yourself. Great.
Space heads. It's fine. It's appropriate.
We're after a great start.
It's fine.
Going great.
It's okay, the ship's not on fire yet.
That's not allowed.
So we started off our adventure in Sector Avalon Sigma of the galaxy, in the Sarcopoli space yard in the Idarete system at hex coordinates 0608, where you, the crew of the SS Takeout, were kind of on mandatory shore leave because your ship was heavily damaged and you would have to wait for repairs. So you just kind of putted around the station for a little while, getting into some trouble, picking up some pre-tech artifacts, running afoul of some cultists, thwarting a sabotage attempt that rattled the entire space yard, and ultimately earning a favor or two from the space yard administration and the maintenance team, who agreed to, in exchange for your help, to put your ship on the list of priority repairs so that you could, frankly, get out of town sooner. So we begin today's session with your ship repairs finally finished, and you, the crew, free to do and go pretty much wherever you like. Your captain, Acrasis, the slime alien myxomyc, drank heavily on completion of repairs, and myxomyc kind of have a not severe, but very different response to alcohol. And pretty much whatever you guys decide to do, he's just going to be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
He had a celebratory drink. He tried to seduce a milk jug, and now he's sleeping it off in his corner.
Sleeping in the milk jug.
That's the rumor anyway. I'm sure he will accuse you of slander when he regains lucidity.
Listen, that's half my job.
And the other half?
The other half is my job.
No, the other half is making sure the ship works and flies.
He will either accuse slander or 100% agree that is exactly what happened.
No middle ground.
It depends on how funny it is.
Pretty much.
Or both.
Yeah, sometimes it's both.
This will be both.
We should run over the characters, run through the characters rather, one more time. Avis, you're playing, I believe, Cerez Allens, a human expert pilot.
Yep.
Digo, you're playing Alex Cortez, a human security officer.
Yep.
Smarty, you're playing Dr. Bayleaf, a Floresian plant alien psychic.
Yes.
I just got that pun. Damn you.
I'm pretty sure someone it didn't
I
get
got it the
pointed out
first
in
time and I hated Smarty.
I mean, it's par for the course, really. It's like
Yeah.
the year 3200. It's no one gets
It
references.
is current year.
No,
Listen, I just assumed that we're walking around with a bipedal Bayleaf.
it is literally the turn of the century. It is 3200. So those references are far off that they mean nothing. Azure Mountain is playing Jayce, a human adventurer, half psychic, half warrior.
Yep. Former soldier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ex-soldier type, whereas Alex Cortez is more of a mercenary security guy.
Yeah.
And Oblivious is playing Taukkav, the yeldirr sort of dino raptor alien adventurer, half warrior, half expert.
Yeah. He's currently still a barbarian.
He's a
Not
Ridley.
Yes.
He's a
very-
yeldirr, which was our very clever name for it.
Yep.
Hey, if it works for Gunsmoke, it works for us.
Truly the Alucard of space.
The yeldirr are a very endangered and much hunted species, but if they're free and walking around, they're also very, very intimidating and not to be trifled with. So you've
Because
got
they're big and they could probably eat your face off.
Yeah, probably.
And this one cooks for us.
And quite fittingly, I'm making a roux right now.
So the 6 of you, or rather the 5 of you, because your captain is just not really interacting with the outside world right now, you have free reign to do and go whatever you like. So by all means, discuss your plans and desires amongst yourselves for a little bit.
Hmm.
Oh man. How are we doing on supplies?
You have been fully restocked for a voyage out to the stars.
Alright, good.
You're full on rations and fuel. Although, actually, this might be a good time to talk about your ship, the SS Takeout. It is a patrol boat-sized hull. It can support a crew of up to 20, but right now it's only the 6 of you. It has an advanced nav computer, which helps travel familiar, light speed spike courses. It has an armory, ship's locker for your weapons and equipment. Going down the list, it has an atmospheric configuration, so you can land in ports or locations that are in atmosphere where there's no spaceport available. It has boarding tubes, so you can board or connect with a hostile disabled ship if need be. Your spike drive is a grade 2, which means you can drill 2 sectors distances up to 2 hexes away on the map, which you can see through the link I gave you. And it has fuel scoops, which means you can scoop fuel from a gas giant or a star to refuel if you find yourself going a long ways without a resupply. And it has a sensor mask, which can disguise your ship's signal as a different one from long distances. So it is... The Takeout is not a terribly terrifying ship. It has a plasma beam as its weapon, which is decent as ship weapons go. You don't really have much more power or mass for more. But you are a general purpose pirate ship, basically.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments about that? I know y'all are, without your captain, you're all kind of the strong, silent type.
Well, I mean, I was gonna go shopping for supplies, but we're fully stocked, and it's all.
I mean, shopping for supplies is what you would have done, basically, in the meantime while you were waiting
Anyway.
for your ship to be repaired, making sure that, ship equipment stocked, weapons and armor are maintained. You've got rations for, at least a couple of months. Because, like, the average, average travel time between systems is like 3 days, so you can spend, whole weeks just slipping through space.
Okay. Well,
Well, I have motivations and obligations to go through every inch of the ship, perform system checks to make sure and reacquaint with all the new parts, and make sure it is up to my standard of perfection.
I'll
As the
follow
person
along.
who is going to be driving and making sure that it stays flying while we're flying.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
kind of
the
you kind
backup,
of pull
so I'll follow along.
you kind of pull double duty as pilot and engineer,
Yup.
which is a little straining, but that sounds like a good
Fine.
that sounds like a decent enough excuse to ask for a skill check. As you, to be fair, your ship was given priority repair, so it was attended to by professionals and in one of the biggest, highly technical space yards in the entire sector. So there's not a lot of room for suspicion, but even so, I imagine Ceres has very high standards.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. There's no doubt that the ship is fine, but she needs to make sure that it's fine.
Yeah,
There's a stamp of approval, and then there's a Ceres stamp of approval, and they're different pillars of personal perfection.
If I didn't fix it myself, I don't trust it, so I'm going to double check it.
Yes, quadruple check.
absolutely.
Also a possibility of, I'm used to these parts, here's a new part, I have to get used to this part and make sure I know how this part reacts with this part and what sounds it might make if something's wrong, and this, that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
In that case, roll me 2d6 plus wisdom plus fix.
it's a lot of words to say we're paranoid.
2d6 plus.
And add your wisdom attribute modifier and your fix skill together as one, because our bot's a chatbot doesn't do multiple pluses.
It can only math once.
Mm-hmm.
Orders of operation? What's that?
Well, it's already doing a lot, honestly. That's why we're using it.
Listen, I'm trying to remember how to roll by looking at these numbers, because I think it's just a straight roll, because my wisdom is a negative modifier, and my fix is the only actual number I have on this sheet.
Well,
What is the level of your fix skill?
1.
So -1 plus 1 means, yeah, it's a straight 2d6. And you roll an 11 on it. So
Wow, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
generally something a 10 or 11 means you're accomplishing something too difficult to be expected of anyone but a skilled expert, and even they might fail. So you apply your experienced critical
Well,
eye.
she is a skilled expert. Thank you for noticing.
And while you aren't always the most observant person, you have and take the time before you do your systems check. You go through every inch, inspecting every rivet. And if anything, you think that your ship is a little hardier than it was before, honestly. But before, it was kind of a rattling tin can.
Rust bucket.
Certainly.
It was leftover takeout, and now it's just takeout.
There was this part that would rattle a bit because one of the bolts came loose, but like between layers of the hull. So like it would rattle every time you started up your drill spike. But it seems like they fixed it up, installed a new bolt, and actually replaced the panel because that hole was stripped.
No more headaches mid-flight. Astounding. The world is wonderful.
Well, just wait till the captain wakes up.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, that particular headache is,
That's a constant chronic problem. This is a new one, which is now completely removed.
But yeah, it's better than it's ever been. It is in top shape. And
Marvelous.
It's like they took this scraped together Frankenstein of a rust bucket and actually turned it into a proper ship. With a whole bunch of replacement paneling. It looks like Priority Repairs is not messing around in Sarcopoli.
It might also have been that the ship was a bit of an eyesore. It's like, we had this.
Hey, she is beautiful as she is. Say that to my face. The ship is wonderful.
It was a piece of shit, but it was our piece of shit.
Listen, I can insult the ship all I want. She is beautiful now.
I technically couldn't insult the ship in character if I tried, because basically he's flying around in the heavens and he's still wrapping his head around that.
Yeah, from the outside, it doesn't look too different. There's exterior ports that are less worn and cracked, but it still has that underdog charm.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if no one notices the difference. Saris notices the difference, and it's wonderful.
I mean,
Yeah, but it's still lumpy.
That's all that matters right now.
We're gonna have these moments where we're
volunteer.
just gonna turn around and Ceres is just leaning against the cockpit, lovingly stroking the nose.
Yeah, no.
we're just any people.
I'm not going to say that's not happening. I'm not going to say that it is. I am pleading the fifth.
Well,
Pioneers
Spud,
used to
you
ride
did
these
that-
babies for light years.
I mean, you asked for personality, and goddamn it, you got it, Spud.
Well, as long as we're putting on a good show. But yeah, you are. It's still not like, a ship of legend or anything. It's got one weapon. It's got, so much armor, only, so much hull integrity. If you end up
It's
in a,
passable for what it is. It's fine. It's perfect.
it's
all
a
That's
patrol
good
boat.
enough.
It's a patrol boat. It'll short of
it does what it needs to do.
short of a military swarm of fighters or a capital class ship, it can either hold its own or get the heck out.
It is indeed the Going Merry, not the Thousand Sunny.
References I don't get, but sound like fun.
Yeah.
It is.
My baby has evolved. She is a stronger baby now.
She is big, baby.
Someone gets it.
Thank you,
Someone
Denny.
gets it.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Should probably do a security check too.
Yeah,
can do that.
you
You are
do
security. That's your job.
That's your job.
Except I would have a -1 on the roll because I don't have any points in notice.
Do it
Yep,
anyway.
Wisdom notice would be your basic
Yeah.
thingamabob. So that'll be 2d6 minus
Maybe
one.
also
Wait, is it? Do you have a
Maybe
0 in
Digo
notice, or do you have?
I have a
absolute-
nothing in notice.
If you have
which
a
is why it's a
nothing-
-1.
Right, yeah. So, but your wisdom
Yeah.
is 0?
So I was thinking that Digo, who's the head of security, could actually do
probably
the check,
it.
and I could assist with an aid
You could-
check.
You could probably have Digo or Taukkav do it.
I mean,
Everyone do it.
really, you can just, like, you know, take 20 to do it, because you're going through pre-flight checks anyway. This is the first time you've been allowed back on your ship since they started repairs, because otherwise you'd be in danger of being in the midst of all this heavy machinery.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, only responsible to check around. You don't have a lot of cargo space and places for people to hide, because you've actually got a fair bit of equipment on here between the boarding tubes and the fuel scoops and the armory and locker and atmospheric stabilizers. So it's not like you have a big old cargo hold that can hold, like, you know, tons upon tons of cargo. He said
Taukkav is
tautologically.
Yeah.
Her shields
Taukkav
can
is
now
trying to
handle
find
2
the-
strong breezes, yes.
They're too
My
strong.
baby
What?
is wonderful.
Breezy.
Stop bullying her.
Well, this system doesn't really do, like, shields type of spaceship things. It's you have armor, and that's kind of, and then there's, like, point defense systems and whatnot. Actually, I should probably look in the book. There's probably, like, a shield type of thing, but that requires a lot more power than you have. Starship defenses.
Yeah,
we're
that honestly
probably gonna
sounds like
need
a-
bigger generator before we can start thinking about shields.
Generally, for a fighter or frigate class ship, you can have augmented plating, boarding countermeasures, a burst ECM generator, grav eddy displacer, which, what is that? It randomizes the artificial gravity in response to attacks near it.
What kind of
turns
out- That sounds
gravity do
fun.
you want? Spin the wheel.
It sounds.
It
like
actually
it
actually gives your ship a bit more, like, evasive agility, strangely enough.
artificial gravity
5,000
for when
times Earth or Moon, your choice.
But yeah, there's no, like, stuff that's, like, ablative, like, energy shields would be in the realm of pre-tech, like, extremely rare pre-tech artifacts and upgrades. Like, you've only heard about it in, it's still, like, science fiction even to this world in the year 3200.
Mhm.
And you'd need a hell of a lot of energy for that.
that sounds like the kind of thing you'd slap on a capital.
It's
I don't think we're anywhere near capital anytime soon.
no, you'd basically need to get a whole new ship, and, like, the average capital class hull, like, we're talking about, like, a battleship for, like, 50 million credits, and that's just for the hull with nothing in it, no engines,
The
no
only
weapons,
way
no
we're
nothing.
gonna get a battleship or a capital ship is by some miracle we managed to take one over.
I mean, let's just Gurren log on it and fly it into a moon, and the moon is a battleship.
And then we become a battleship.
Yep.
Get in the robot, Shinji.
And then our drill is the drill that will pierce the heavens. Spin on.
Right now,
it already
putting
kind of does. That's how we transform.
the total cost of your ship, for reference, if you add up your hull and your weapons and all your fittings. Let's see, 3, 4, 4, 5. About 3.8 million credits in comparison.
Wow.
Bad.
So, like, a capital class ship is not only 2 whole classifications higher than yours, like, it's also about 10 times, more than 10 times as expensive as this thing you've got right here.
3.85. Well, I've got 25. How much have you got?
You would also need a crew of at least 200 to man a battleship effectively.
Yeah, I've got no money.
Same here.
I have 200.
We are talking about like Navy ships here.
Mhm.
And
175.
Almost there.
But yeah, that's enough around. Taukkov's going to look for the most sound insulated place he can find and kind of huddle off in there before takeoff.
Well, I imagine that your quarters are rather insulated.
Yeah, maybe the kitchen too.
Yeah, you've each.
It's going to be loud in
You've
there.
still got personal touches. The retrofits have kind of.
I have a sun lamp.
Sir sleeps in the pilot's chair.
Does it like fold back and?
No.
No, you just sleep upright. Got it.
He just puts her feet up on the control
This is
console.
assuming that when she sleeps.
I mean, if it's a big enough chair, you can just curl up.
No.
Just hang off of the side.
Yeah.
We need to talk about posture.
No.
What
Fine.
posture?
But yes, if you in theory like say did like enormously, if you wanted to make getting a battleship your mission in life, that's something you could do.
Listen, I'm going to make it my life mission, and I'm not going to say this any other way, to literally have the sexiest ship ever.
Fair enough.
So just get tons of money and use it to bling out a ship.
Yes.
Pimp my ride.
Spinners and ground effects.
Should make it so that the ship can eventually do perform rolls.
We're going to make it so this ship can do perform rolls and then dock in the actual ship. And then we make jokes. It's like, see that ship? That used to be this ship.
Yep.
And then we'll laugh at it.
Okay.
I thought you didn't want to laugh at your baby.
No, she can laugh at it. It's just no one else
I
can.
laugh. Exactly.
Just paint one of those World War II plane babes on the side, or
Well, no, we're several years in the future. It's World War V.
5.35777.
Or
It's gonna be
Galaxy
some-
War 2, if you want to be specific.
well, I mean, really, the last calamity was the scream and the silence that came after. We're talking about this is a universe post apocalypse and rebuilding after apocalypse. On a
So
galactic
basically, we're
scale.
gonna have some weird alien lady on the side.
Yeah.
With the mask from Scream.
That's what we're having. That's the front of it, is the mask.
And it's like, you're the Star Wars. You're talking about the Star Wars.
Yes, the Star Wars.
Listen!
The single Star War.
No. It's Stars War. There's multiple star systems.
I just had a
if we
thought
wanna-
about a war of stars, or it's just a game of marbles, but the marbles are stars.
That's.
What was?
I'm pretty sure that was
the ending of your.
That was the ending of Men in Black.
Yeah, that was the ending of Men in Black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was the ending to Gurren Lagann.
Oh, that was Men in Black.
No.
It was great.
Gurren Lagann was using galaxies as spinning disc blades.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Gurren
about.
Lagann made the universe its Beyblade.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I mean, if we want to be thematic, we just used future space alien Wendy. Because it's the takeout.
God damn it.
Nah.
I wasn't sure what the hell you were talking about at first.
Spudventures is not currently accepting sponsorships.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by Spacer's Choice.
It's not the best choice, it's Space's choice.
Oh, there's... If you think there's not going to be a few Outer Worlds references in here, I'm going to apologize in advance.
Haha.
Now, see,
All right.
that's a reference I wouldn't get.
All right, so we get this thing off the ground and at least fly it around.
Yes.
Who is mixing tea?
I'm drinking tea.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, I was looking
I
at- oh,
assume
yeah,
any
the flowers.
sounds that are coming out from Oblivious.
Yeah, the tea clunking noises are oblivious. I'm just drinking it.
No, I'm not. That's not me at all.
No,
There was a spoon
Come on.
in a cup.
I'm not the spoon.
Are you the cup?
No, I am not the cup.
Anyway.
I am the mug.
Anyway.
Mugman.
So your intention is to take off and take it for a spin.
I call dibs on the captain seat.
It's just a mad dash for the captain's seat because he's not here.
There's not
Yep.
really like
Yeah.
a bridge of that sort. There's kind of a pilot.
There's my seat.
Yeah, there's a
No one's
there's a
gonna-
cockpit.
No one in their right mind is going to take your seat.
They can try.
Yeah.
We'll fight.
Yeah, there's the cockpit. And then there's the rest of the ship. There's not really.
So
There's kind of a mess, and that's sort of like the meeting area, but that's about it. It's not it's not a huge ship. You could fit more people and crew on it. The life support systems can support up to 20, but you've kind of used the available mass up to its fullest, so it's not like it's not terribly spacey.
yeah.
Is our
So-
bridge actually more like an airline cockpit where you have pilot, co-pilot, navigator, jump seat, that kind of thing?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm picturing
that's,
now more like Firefly, that kind of
Oh.
setup where the
I mean,
captain's just standing.
I've been
Guardians
trying
of
not
the
to say it, but
Gap.
you basically have the ship from Firefly.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's okay as a reference. I can understand. Okay.
So Jayce is in the co-pilot seat.
I mean, you literally have a Jayce on board, so
yeah, we do.
Gosh, you're sudden,
we're
but
not going to be.
So what I'm hearing is I should probably watch Firefly at some point.
You should.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, unrelated, but yes.
Anyway. Ah, man. All right, now I'm thinking about Firefly. I was really just trying to resist as long as possible, but
Impossible.
Resistance is futile. Oh, wait, wrong series.
We are the Borg.
Oh.
You will be assimilated.
no Borg here so far, but we shall see.
Not yet.
Anyway, we've been chatting for a good half hour now, which has been great because it means I haven't had to do anything.
Well, we wanted to ease you back into this.
I'm really appreciative of that. But yeah, you are free to take off.
Take off, take out.
And I guess that's
Ready for lunch.
that's up to the pilot because the captain isn't responding.
Oh, we're gone.
Okay, you're gone. You are you.
This is a you get on this ship and we're leaving, or I'm leaving you behind sort of scenario. Get in the ship.
So where are we headed?
Zoom.
Well, you are now drifting through the regions of the Iterate sector. And when you are... We talked about exploring on a planet location, but when you're sort of in orbit in space and not drilling to another system, you can scan for any other locations and investigate. or you can just choose to drill to another system.
So clearly we should drill to Co 82798.
That's not on the map.
Oh, yes.
Well,
That's
it's
not on the map.
0709. 0709 black hole.
He wants us to go to the black hole.
Let's not go to a black hole is the
Let's
first.
absolutely.
So let's
drop
talk about
off, the captain.
There's a planet in this system.
the
In
planet.
this system? Yeah.
The planet of Sarcopoli, which was, you were in the space yard above the planet, but you weren't able to go to the planet themselves because they have very strict travel restrictions. But you basically just left that planet's orbit. So let's talk about space routes. It is relatively easy to drill through space on routes that are pre-established and mapped. It is astoundingly difficult and risky to just drill to a random location with no map data whatsoever. We're talking like rubbing up on the edge of like space particles whizzing past you at light speed and tearing your ship apart risk.
Hmm.
We don't want that now, do we?
When they call it drilling through space, it's kind of literal. Established routes are much easier to travel through safely.
Because somebody's already drilled the hole.
Exactly. That's not to say it's impossible to make a uncharted jump to a brand new system. It's just very difficult, very risky, and only for the very, very, very best pilots and the very best equipped ships.
So we should do it at all times.
You're not making a case for me to say this is my next decision, Spud.
I mean, if that's where
you literally said the magic words.
If this is what you decide to do with your lives, then one, I can't stop you, and two, this might be a short campaign, and I don't have to work on this ever again.
Can we not? I don't want to explode.
Yeah.
I like living.
It's up to you. I said this was a sandbox, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm still going to warn you if you're going to do something incredibly dangerous, but I'm not going to stop you from doing it.
Well, let's find the nearest planet and explore then.
So the nearest planet would be Amirg
No, we don't need to go
in
there.
0508.
We don't need to go there. That's fine.
Why not?
Past that is Area and Gelatinita. And those are the places that we have an established route to.
Now, it's possible that on these planets there is routing data that you can search for. So that you can open up new pathways to the rest of the sector.
Interesting.
But there's not really like a... Sector's very big, and there's not really like a sector-wide hegemony or, you know, not like a universal authority in play here. There's these three systems here that are connected in the bottom right section of the system map. These are ones that have kind of become networked in a way, but they don't really know about or care about the rest of the system economically or politically. But so finding routes out of there will be not like astoundingly difficult, but non-trivial either.
So what's catching my interest right now is the orbital ruin Nara 6 orbiting Amirg.
Was that not hidden? All right.
Nope, it's not.
Oops.
Whoops.
Are you okay over there?
Clearly has some
Ceres does not
issues
want
with
to
that
go
planet.
there. Ceres is from there. She does not want to go back if she doesn't have
Ceres
to.
does not want to
You
go
left
there.
for a very particular reason, didn't you?
Sure.
Yeah,
You
like
stole something. You stole something from there, didn't you?
No.
That absolutely sounds like we should go there.
No.
Arranged marriage? What?
Nope.
Well, right now it's the only charted route out of Iterete 0608.
although
Oh,
we
I'm not-
can jump twice, so
I'm
we could
literally
go
not
to the Atar.
Stopping anyone from doing anything. I'm voicing my whine.
Well, you're the pilot, so
Mhm.
The entire crew can totally outnumber her, and then she has no choice.
yeah. And I can also pilot to a lesser degree.
No, it's my ship.
Smash it.
I think what they're trying to say is that they're not going to be huge jerks and force you to fly somewhere you don't want to. So they, trying to be a crew here.
We're gonna joke about it, but if you don't want to go, we won't make you.
Well, how about make it a
Well-
little bit more worthwhile? Maybe we could find out if there's someone in this Copley area that wants something transported over there.
I don't think
And-
we can't get to that planet. The actual planet.
Well, we can see if there's anybody on Rosby too that wants anything delivered.
I mean, we are a delivery service.
We are a delivery service, basically.
Yeah.
You want
yeah.
to go to the refueling station that's orbiting Sarkopoli?
Yeah, we could do.
Mhm.
Ask around, see if there's somebody wants moved.
Does anybody need
Yeah.
an Uber?
You could also see if anyone has any star maps or whatever they're called.
All right. Well, once you've finalized this decision, please let me know.
I mean, yeah.
All in
Star
favor of the
Maps.
refueling station?
Sounds like
Aye.
a plan.
Yep.
Okay. The eyes have it.
All right. So, dum-de-dum. So you drop by the revealing station just to, just to check it out, because kind of waffling about what to do, and decide we'll just check out what's around here first as you're flying around out of the space yard. The Rosby 2 refueling station is run by totally brainless automated vendors. So there's not really like any living person in charge it is just like automated systems that are like, it's basically a gas station run by robots for starships.
Self-serve gas station.
But as you sort of drift in, you get a distress signal from one of the ships there that just as a cursory glance at the viewport looks to be in severe distress, pulling apart as we speak, and just a little like fighter ship that is, going Mayday all over the place, and the automated vendors aren't really listening.
Wow.
So how can we help them?
Get on the
I
radio.
guess we can answer their mayday.
Well,
Pick up whatever.
you've got boarding tubes, you've got, an engineer on your ship.
And start with trying to contact them on the radio.
Mhm.
System we have.
Doesn't seem like their comms are working. It's just they're able to get the emergency system blaring out, and you can see it in distress, but you can't actually make direct contact with them. That's probably why no one's doing anything.
Suspicious.
Pull
Sarah.
up beside them, send security to make sure it's all cool, and then me and NG go. Because you don't want to send us first. If shit's gonna go to hell, you want the people with the guns.
Yep.
You open the space to make sure that no one's going to jump and try and take the ship. And if they do, you
Yeah.
knock them out, and then we leave.
Either they're friendly and they pay us for helping them, or they're not, and we take
And
the
you
ship
knock-
anyway.
Come out. So we have two. Or
It's win-win. We either get paid or we get a different ship we can sell.
Or we can just strip it
Or strip it
and
for
take all the
parts.
cool stuff.
I mean, if you sell the whole ship, we'll probably get more.
Yeah, but there's probably some neat stuff in there that we can take off, period.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then we can sell the whole thing.
Attention, ship in distress. We're here to save you, but not for free.
Who does that?
Surprisingly, a lot of player characters.
All right. Well, I think probably putting on a spacesuit just in case.
Which I think is just fine for you to have.
Well, I think I already purchased one.
Yeah, I think most of us got vax.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of us got
Yeah.
back suits. Yeah.
We got
Yes.
back suits last session.
That's good. Right, yeah. Yeah, that was a thing last session. Long
Right.
ago.
I had credits and I spent them all on a vac suit.
Yep.
That's where they went.
I had credits and I still have credits.
I
Good
had
for you.
credits and now I have significantly less credits.
All right, well, I guess you use the boarding tubes to connect to the ship and form a seal so you can head out through the airlock there. Let me just read up on the boarding tubes. Yeah, I mean, the engines are disabled, so there's no, like, resistance to it. So yeah, you're able to cross over to the other ship. And in the cockpit you find just a lone pilot who is very, very desperately thankful that someone has finally listened and arrived. And desperately wants to climb onto your ship so that he doesn't get torn apart when his ship falls apart.
Okay.
What the hell happened to I mean, it's
Yeah.
got to be pretty... It's pretty bad if you can actually visibly see a ship in distress and falling apart.
Yeah, you can look out the boarding tube and it's like the engines are sputtering and it looks like it's like something massive just like ground against it on the side. Like cutting partially into the ship, and then the rest of it just got rattled so much that it's like held together with string, just wiring. There's no life support, which is why he's in his own vac suit.
Tape.
So, what did you hit? The pilot?
He tells you that he tried to he drilled from about he drilled all the way from 0604.
That's a long ways.
Yeah,
Oh,
with no route, and he's a pretty good pilot, but he was doing. I mean, his ship. He's just got all about just like He seems to be kind of like kind of an adrenaline seeker of a pilot. Just flies through space for the fun of it. But so he just likes to make those jumps all the time. But he calculated just a little bit wrong, and towards the end, he kind of rubbed up against the bubble of his drill spike, and it just kind of sheared his ship. And he's lucky that he made it to the station. His suit's oxygen supply was about to run out, so he is very thankful.
It seems like he needs a tow trucker.
Yeah, this guy desperately needs a tow.
Okay, well,
What's he gonna give us? Ask
Yeah.
him what he's gonna give us.
Ask him what he's
Well,
gonna. We're just on the
Like
other
from
side
the
on
back,
our
I
ship.
heard-
Like,
I
ask him what
heard-
he's gonna pay us.
By her chair, it's like just looking up from behind. It's like, what's he gonna give us?
I mean, maybe we'll get a route to 0604.
let
You
me
just drilled through it.
let me get him on board our ship first before he
You don't.
asphyxiates.
Your drive doesn't have the rating to reach that far. You've got to drive to engine, which means you
Yeah,
can
we could go to 0606 and then to 0604.
perhaps. But
Ask if he has maps.
We'll get him on our ship first, then you can ask him.
No, you ask him.
Is there anything on your ship important that you need us to bring aboard? Preferably nothing volatile.
well, basically, if you could just like help arrange to get it tractored into the space yard, that would be more than enough. He can
It's easy enough.
pay you what little savings he's got for saving his life, but he kind of runs lean.
Understand.
Most of his money went towards his engine, which is now kind of in many pieces.
Mm.
In
All
that
right.
back-
But he can tell you about like some of the places he's been to and mapped out.
Sure.
New fast travel destinations unlocked.
Well, no, more like locations marked on the map.
All right. Well, you know what?
We have to
Take
go
over
there
to-
You
before we get
got the
fast travel.
wayfinder. You just don't know how to get to it.
Take him to our little mess hall. Sit him down with a drink and yeah, tell us about it.
All right.
While he's doing that, we'll put over the technical people on this ship are. They can do the tow trucking thing.
I feel like the technical person on the ship is Sarah's.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That
You
would
can
be
deal
correct.
with his ship. I'll deal with him.
I'm trying to unhide a portion of the map, and it's not. I'm having trouble with it. Sorry.
It's okay.
I guess the rest of us will just like play cards or something.
Sorry. Remind me what you're doing right now.
I was in the co-pilot seat, just making sure
We'll
The
bring
ship
him
doesn't-
over.
fly into a sun while everyone else is off doing stuff.
Basically, you can just use your ship communications to get in touch with the space yard and be like, "Hey, there's this ship in distress near the refueling bay."
We call Space AA.
Yeah,
Yep.
needs
Yes.
a tow, and we don't have a tractor beam.
Actually, I'm not sure if it's literally a tractor beam. Let me take a look here.
Unless we can pull it along with the
it's
boarding
literally
tubes.
tractor beams. Yeah, they've got. You can
It's
manipulate
literally a beam.
manipulate objects in
literally a
space at a
beam with
distance.
a-
Yeah,
It's literally a beam with like a John Deere tractor.
it's a gravitic projector. Is the technical term.
Well, we don't have one, so
Yeah, we'll just
Call in the
bring him
shipyard.
along.
Just like wires.
Calling.
Yeah, that require more ship mass.
Bring him over while we
Yeah.
call in the AA.
He's
Calling
kind of like
space AAA.
he's shell shocked naturally.
I'll just give him a medical once over.
He's a little undernourished, but other than that, he's fine.
Well, we've got a chef for
I guess I'll get right on that.
give him a once over and then take him to the mess. Get a burger in him.
Good old burger. Holds it.
Good old space McDonald's.
Yeldirr's Taukav's in the kitchen, and somebody had the bright idea to put careful the chef bites.
There we go. If you refresh the sector map, you've
0602 to 0604. We now see Zordes.
you now see the Zordes system.
Ow.
I will say that when you click on the planets, you do see all of the orbital ruins and space stations.
Yeah, I should
and
probably
mines and all that.
There's other
gas
stuff in
giant.
the system besides that you can't see, and seeing the stuff around the planet is fine.
All
I
right.
figured that'd be big enough that kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, if they're literally orbiting the planet itself, they're a part of the planet.
So did anyone ask why he quadruple jumped?
Thrill seeker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he wanted to.
He did.
Oh.
So
Just to see if he could, and technically he did.
Yeah, just to see if he could.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't fear
I mean,
death till he almost dies.
There's no direct star route. He tells you that in order to get up there, normally you'd have to like go to around to like 0405 and then back to like 0505. There is the direct route goes up from Amirg. Like in the middle of the three you've got down here.
Sarah, you come from a place that we really need to go to.
Yeah.
No, we don't necessarily need to go to the
I'm
planet.
aware. I'm aware.
Ah,
It looks like we really
And
need to go there.
sometimes logic takes precedence over personal preference. Which she is painfully aware of.
We're not going to teach you about it too bad.
Mature. This crew
Very.
is.
Yep.
If you assumed I was going to be mature, you have sorely mistaken and have underestimated me.
Yeah,
No, I think
incredibly
in this case
mature.
it would be. I think in this case it would be over.
Well, basically, he gives you that information and about let's say 1,200 credits is what he had saved up.
Money.
So you each get an extra 200.
Yay.
He guys says, "Thank you for saving my life. I guess
Let's,
I'm stuck here for a while."
mhm.
He's going to work for Space Uber until he can get that shredded engine.
So let's all
Space
take
Link.
240 each. Because why should the captain get a share? He did nothing.
See, I knew there was a reason I liked you.
Yep.
That's cutthroat.
You just
And then-
split his share while he's sleeping.
Yep.
I mean,
He
it's not
doesn't
like
know
he
what
can
happened.
Well, until he watches the session and then says in the comments what assholes we are.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, but that'll be out of character.
You'll be fine. It'll be great.
All right, I can't really stop you, so if that's what you want to do.
Is that what we really want to do?
We probably really shouldn't, guys.
No.
All joking aside.
All right.
How about this? We say we were going to, and then everyone starts to feel a little bit bad, and then takes that part that would have been his and puts it into a small pouch and puts it under his pillow, and then everyone realizes that everyone started doing the same thing.
We'll just
Then no one
stick
talks
it in.
about it.
He's a slime. We'll just stick it in him.
Ew, I'm not touching that.
I'll touch it.
You just drop it on top of him. It's
There you go.
fine.
Yeah, I'll
Just absorb
stick
via
it in-
osmosis.
Just drop it on him and
That's how
watch the
this
bag
works.
slowly slip into him.
Just
And then by the time he wakes up, it's gonna be like, why have I turned the color of credits? What's going on?
No, he wakes up and he's like, wait, I was sleeping in money. Am I rich?
I got money while I was sleeping. I need to do this more often.
He's gonna dream about Scrooge McDucking into a money bin.
Did I space Scrooge McDuck?
I mean, that's like the opposite for him, though. He's the pool.
Money jumps into. Okay, no.
Not our words, yours. Anyway.
Oh. I'm glad alien biology can open up this whole can of worms.
Yeah.
This is getting into
Stop it.
all sorts of the Orville wrong.
I am the biologist.
Okay.
So, should we see what else we can find in the system, or should we go other places?
But let's do as many things
I
as
don't
we
mind
can
having a
in
look
system.
around, but we do have a reason to go somewhere now.
Well, you can still scan the system for any other regions or points of interest you might not be aware of.
On a quest to find the tastiest ingredients. Oh wait, this isn't Kingdom Hearts 3. What am I doing?
The legendary rice with rice.
So yeah, I guess let's just scan.
Yep.
All right.
So is that drawing from the deck?
Scanning just means I literally just tell you how many unidentified signal sources there are remaining in the system. And in this one, there is one.
And then we investigate, and that's a draw.
Yep. Well, not really. Kind of a draw, more of a roll, but there's only one, so you just get that one.
Right.
Roll a 2-sided die and see what happens.
Do we find it or not?
You find it, yeah. It's not exactly. This is a deep space station, called Finag 6, which will be now unhidden. If you refresh.
We found a thing.
We did indeed.
And here, you find a deranged but brilliant lone scientist who is ranting and raving to anyone who will listen that he is on the verge of a breakthrough. But the problem is that he's so focused on this that the systems of the deep space station are breaking down and threatening to go critical.
So he's sciencing so hard that it's breaking the.
Yep.
Basically, he's neglecting maintenance to further his research.
Yeah.
I know what it actually is, but I like my explanation better.
So
I think that was racism.
In generally these sorts of situations, you don't have to help, but if you want to help, you can choose what nature that or form that help will take. It's open-ended. This is an open-ended problem.
I mean, if he's so busy with his breakthrough, if he's got money, he could pay some of our techie types to do the maintenance for him, so he doesn't.
Or he could just give me all of his stuff.
You could just knock him out and take his stuff.
I could do that too.
Imagine there's like a kind of like a zone around him where the core of his lab is, where he's like very hyper aware of where everything is, and he's like, "Don't touch that." But like outside of that, he's like not even like he doesn't even see you if you're like further than that.
Just knock him out. It's fine.
Is that what you want to do?
I mean,
this is the campaign where I ask, is that what you actually want to do? Because I'm not actually like being the moral guardian today.
You want to do that?
If you want to be criminal assholes, you can, as it turns out.
I mean, that is how we got the ship in the first place.
Yeah.
I say that's a plan D.
I've literally put my joke opinion out there unless people want something else.
I mean,
like I said, if his space station needs maintenance, we could offer to maintenance it for a small fee.
Or all of his stuff and a fee.
I don't know what stuff he
A
has.
small fee,
maybe whatever
we can get
breakthrough
away
that
with
he's
stealing.
working.
And then it turns out he's a bioterrorist, and it's a...
But what if it's a stupid breakthrough and it's worthless?
And then we knock him
Well,
out
then
and
we
take his
still have the
stuff.
other stuff that we got.
We can ask him. Can we ask him what the breakthrough he's working on?
There's a lot of technopapple. And this constant like blaring of the alarms and emergency PA is kind of drowning him out a little bit.
Okay.
You're not really going to find out what he's talking about until he makes this breakthrough that he's apparently on the verge of, but like it's a race against time whether he's going to make it or if the station's going to blow up first.
Honestly, I just want to figure out what it...
We maintain his shit, and if it turns out it's a crappy breakthrough, we knock him out and take his stuff.
I agree with that plan.
I don't
Let's
know.
do it.
I'm out. I mean, if we at least get paid money,
Well, I mean, we can just kill him.
So we have Ceres fix the station,
We have Ceres fix the station.
and the rest of us play cards.
And if it turns out it's a
Ow!
and if it turns out it's a shitty breakthrough, we steal his stuff.
I mean, I don't think anyone else has anything
If it's that case, then I'm literally gonna fix the station, take his stuff, and walk back on the ship and leave y'all here. You're just gonna sit around and play cards.
Well,
Nerd.
You can aid a skill check with another skill check, but only to a total of a +1 bonus.
Yep.
So you can't just like throw bodies at a problem.
So who's best suited to help?
No.
Let me tell you, it's not me.
Well, you can try to help in ways besides fix if you can justify it.
do you need stuff carried? I can do that.
I can climb, run, and throw. I can shoot. I can stab, and I can survive.
I can
also pilot.
I can heal and I can survive.
Am I literally the only one who could pilot, program, and fix?
Yes.
Well, I can pilot.
Yes.
I've got pilot at 0.
I mean,
Am I the only one who can program?
You can fly a skiff.
Yeah.
unless I can bullshit heal as life support.
Heal his stupidity.
I can't heal stupid. That's Healer 101.
Why are you
Heal
here?
is described as employ medical and psychological treatment for the injured or disturbed.
Yeah.
So you can heal stupid.
I can also see psionic ability and tell who's using
We've
it.
done it. We can finally heal stupid.
Roll it to cure diseases, stabilize the critically injured, treat psychological disorders, or diagnose illnesses.
Well,
Can I cure his madness?
Cure his stupid so he can tell us what his breakthrough is. Well, I cure his breakthrough with science.
I'm willing to say that that might be just enough justification to help because it will mean less distraction for Cerez as she is trying to...
Yes. I will use my medical powers to get him to calm the fuck down.
Okay.
Which may just
Stab him with-
involve hitting him over the head with a clipboard until he stops talking at a million miles an hour.
All right.
Well, then he's your problem, and as a physician, you must help him.
That is helping him.
What attributes would you like to apply to these roles? I'm not set on one, so give me your best justification.
Fix
Fix and...
intelligence.
Yeah, that's technical skills, yeah.
Yeah.
Fix intelligence.
And probably for Smarty, the role I need from you is Charisma Heal.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Here goes.
I mean, it's not like I have a
think I
7 in
did that
charisma
right.
or anything.
So you're getting an extra +1 Avis from the help, assuming he succeeds.
What's the success considered?
I think it's
I got
over
really
an
healing.
8.
depends on how difficult the thing is. If it's relatively simple skill check, then a 6 works.
The Spud server disappeared. What the shit?
That's weird.
Do I need to reinvite you?
No, I'm trying to find it on my
It's
list.
probably
of
just Discord being weird.
Oh wait, no, there it is. It reappeared.
Yeah. Alright, well, I've got nothing in charisma and 1 in a heals. So. Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, you got an 11.
Yeah.
Yay! You healed his stupid.
I healed stupid. I just, yeah.
Now you just need to figure out how to bring that skill to Final Fantasy 14.
Oh god, no.
You managed to get him in... Get him to finally calm down and be like, I'm sorry, I'm just... My father and all the stuff in my childhood and et cetera, et cetera.
Breathe.
I had a tragic backstory, and it was
I need
definitely
you to
tragic
take a
for me.
moment to stop and breathe so you can actually speak common.
You lead him through some breathing exercises.
There you go.
Which brings
That's surprising.
Ceres's check to a 7. Which I think I was kind of looking for an 8. So
Yeah, well,
gonna say that you're gonna attain partial success, which is to say you managed to delay the inevitable station meltdown long enough for him to complete the rest of his research, but then he kind of needs to get out of here.
So we take him to the shipyard.
We drop him off with the other guy.
Yep.
He'll be fine.
What is
Anyone
this?
that we find just floating around, take him to the shipyard.
Yep.
Is this going to turn into the space version of Dead Rising? We're just going to save people and drop them
Yeah.
off.
We'll just drop them off and they can form their own crew.
There you
Even
go.
if we're on the other side of the south,
Just
What is
this
that thing
one
on?
specific station.
even if we're on the other side of the sector, we'll go to this system to drop them off at this
This
shipyard.
specific
Hounded by
station.
zombies the entire way, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. By space zombies.
I'm sure there's space zombies on one of these planets somewhere.
Eventually, we're going to get the fucking CEO of this station and go, guys, please stop dropping people off.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
since you achieved that partial success, he finally goes, Eureka! And then he's like, oh, we should get out of here. So he He asks you to help him gather up his laboratory equipment and get out of there before the station explodes.
The
That
rest of us can
sounds
do-
like an exert.
I'm going to say that Cerez's success gives you enough time that you can just accomplish that
Okay.
without... It's not like a super race against time. It would have been to try and get even some of his equipment out in time under normal circumstances. But since Avis achieved at least a partial success, you've got... Like, you weren't able to stop it, but because of his extreme neglect.
Hmm.
But
This is why you do regular maintenance.
the plight of the engineer.
So what was that breakthrough?
He says he was studying the essential nature of luck in the universe
Ah,
and thinks he
Luck.
might have in theory made something that can affect that sometimes.
several people in different universes are interested in that. It's not so much.
Oh no, it's
See,
your
I
archetype
wonder
across
who.
all of my other games.
Many heads across the multiverse pop up at once.
They just look up at the sky. It's like, huh. Suddenly, this space is super interesting to me.
Yeah.
Light years and light years away, which the time dilation might be okay.
build a rocket out of a water and see what happens.
He says, in exchange for saving my life and helping me achieve this breakthrough, I'm willing to part with my prototype.
Mine.
Only one.
Cool.
Bye.
She just grabs it and leaves before we even get to see what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not going to come with instructions or anything. Maybe we want to hear how it works.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, instructions would be. We don't want to blow up the universe because we didn't know how to turn the luck machine on.
It looks like a gyroscope with a pyramid inside it that's sort of freely spinning based on how you hold it. Kind of like a four-sided die.
Huh.
Are those sides labeled?
No, they are, but
Is it a
not
magic
with
8
not
ball?
with alphanumeric symbols. Some
Yeah, they
some
dance.
symbols you don't understand.
Don't step on it.
Is it a space magic 8-ball?
Answer unclear. Come back later.
Come back
It's
later.
it's a space four-sided die. Whatever you do, don't step on it.
No, God,
Yeah.
we just launched that at a ship. It's a lethal weapon.
Basically, this is a once per session, one per party additional die you can roll for any check to help manipulate your luck.
So how bad did we break the meta meet with that?
I mean, it's a D4.
We'll be
It
fine.
can
Which
either
in
it can either do nothing or it can either like give you a wild swing.
yeah.
Can.
I mean, especially added to
Like-
2d6.
Yeah, it could take a relatively simple task to something too difficult to be expected of a skilled expert.
Ooh.
But
6 to a 10.
he goes into this long rant as he explains his devices. You're carrying him and supplies back to the spaceport, and he's like, "Our entire universe runs on this impeccable luck. Even the scream itself, I theorize, is just a massive chain of critical failures."
Mass chain of critical failure.
So when you said carry him and his supplies back to the ship, I just immediately imagined Taukkav carrying him princess style.
Firefighter.
No, you just put him
slung over the shoulder.
Put him in one of the spare rooms in his supplies, and he rides with you for the couple of hours it takes to get back across the star system to the spaceport, and then you drop him off, and he's like, well, thank you for all your help. Have fun with the prototype. Bye-bye.
Remember to do regular maintenance, you stupid.
Just holding her
Calm
back
down.
as she's flailing the wrench.
Yeah.
Throws the wrench.
To be fair, he's not in charge of this station.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on the reference doc, assuming I can log into my Google Documents account, that you have this artifact. This luck manipulating device. Dum-de-dum.
To wonder, does luck run kind of like how that idea that you learn in school where matter can't be created or destroyed? Wonder if luck's the same.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
considering some of the roles that I've seen in role-playing games, that up for debate.
So
I've
basically-
seen many a role.
So if we start using it to give ourselves good luck, does that mean we're taking luck away from some other parallel universe?
No, it's probably the same way that you use the light side, dark side Star Wars. Where, like, for every light side point,
do you
there's
bring
a
this
dark
up with
side point.
with the deranged scientist?
No.
If you Sith like me
Okay.
next to them, you'll just stop.
I will
being
close
evil.
the door and I will leave you on here.
Basically, the question is if there is a set amount of luck or if it is ever changing.
Who knows?
These
That
are the
could-
quandaries. Unfortunately, we have to drag the pilot away, or she's going to strangle the scientist.
All right,
Direct
well,
the pilot to the pilot's chair.
back out to space. All right, there we go. And with that, you've pretty much there is no other signal sources, no other orbiting bodies around Sarcopoli, so you've pretty much cleared out everything of note in the Idarete system.
For now.
So should we go to Aeon or Atar?
I'd say take it one step at a time. Go to Aeon.
Well, at the very least, you can start on your drill, and that'll be normally 6 days divided by your drive rating 2, so it'll be a 3-day journey.
3, 2, 3, 2.
And generally, I don't know if they say this in the book or not, but I think the assumption is that you don't like try to cross across hexes. You go in the 6 directions of the hexes. Let me check that, but well, actually, if you can get to like 2 or 3 hexes away, you can probably just like draw a line.
All right. So 3-day journey. 3
Right.
days. Step
Sorry,
in small.
just reading the book here.
Oh, okay.
So
let me
just
miss.
to confirm, you are flying to the Aeon system.
Correct.
All right. Well, you travel to the edge of the Idarete system. You pass by kind of a buoy, a communications buoy with outgoing messages meant for other systems, because communications can't travel as fast as spike drills, so it's just common courtesy to pick up communications if you're traveling to and from systems. There's messenger ships that kind of do the same thing, but everyone kind of chips in elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you reach the edge of the system, you chart a course with the data you've got, the rudder, the course record. This route gets traveled pretty frequently, so it's the record of the metadimensional currents and the energetic weather between this system and that one is pretty up to date. I think I said that I'm not going to really make you roll for pilot checks to drill, especially if it's a very high quality route, but I'm going to leave that up to Avis whether you still want to or not, because it's fun.
Well, I think
Do it.
I think for like a well-traveled route, you might not have to, but
Like, this one is extremely well traveled, is the thing. So, like,
I feel like this
the
one
bonus is huge.
I feel like this one in particular, she doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Like, because of where we're going.
Yeah, like you've already gone from Aeon to Iterate before, considering you're from the Aeon system.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like if it was going from Aeon to anywhere on those two, she's familiar with, but anything beyond that, she'd have.
That sounds perfectly reasonable and fair. So your engine charges up for about 30 minutes, and then you're off, slipping into a different type of space altogether. And, oh, yeah, it actually says in the book, if the final difficulty is 6 or less, which this would be like 5, because the rudder is less than 1/3, then it's too safe and simple to have any risk of failure. So yeah, no point even rolling. Thank you, book.
Mm-hmm.
and in the meantime, somebody can try to explain the physics involved. Simple-minded.
Sure, if I can read from the book, if you like.
No. I mean, I was talking.
Like in character, you mean?
Science.
No, I mean just like an off.
Well, basically, you kind of transition into a metadimensional higher order continuum transition zone dimension thing. Through spaces of low gravitic influence. To be honest, only like a handful of really brilliant researchers and astronautic engineers truly understand how interstellar travel works. Because it's
Space magic lightning. Got it.
Think of space as a giant sponge cake. If you're going from A to B, normally you'd have to go out and around the edge of that sponge cake. But with a drill, you can poke right through one edge and come out the other in a shorter distance.
And where the sponge is sort of made out of, like, spaces where, like, gravity is kind of wrong and also dimensions are folding in on themselves, so, like, the physical space isn't the same as the physical space between them. Like, so conventional mapping is kind of weird.
They like sometimes slip into little pockets in the sponge.
Space magic.
I mean, I was literally talking about one of the crew members explained that to Taukkav, but that actually.
Well, if you
If you
ask
had Ceres do it, she would put you to sleep.
Alex,
With a
Is
just
that
chokehold.
what you want? Do you want to take a nap on this trip?
I mean,
Alex
You're-
wants the sponge cake.
it's 3 days. You're going to have to make time somehow.
Yeah. I'd like to think that Ceres wouldn't even explain it. It's just chokehold. Just
Just chokeholds.
don't ask questions.
How does space...
Stupid
I would
questions get stupid answers.
I would love to see her try that.
Oh dear.
I think it would be funny for her to actually be able to.
Well, it's a win-win either way, because either you succeed and it's hilarious, or you fail and it's hilarious.
Absolutely.
Interstellar cabin fever is no joke.
Yeah.
So this is why I have the ability to just knock myself out for a period of time.
You actually do. I gave you that.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's
So-
just like,
Like
okay, it's like we've got 6 weeks. Okay, wake me up when we get there.
Give
You
me
just-
that
You
ability.
just become a house plant for 3 days.
Just water me every now and then. I'll be fine.
Raider, don't leave me with them.
yeah.
This is why
With
I've
a
got
good
the
whack,
sun
I
lamp
can
in
take
my
someone
room.
out for about 10 minutes.
Oh man.
So
So
how long has it
since
been?
it's
15
been-
minutes? Damn it.
So I'm imagining. How big is she? I'm just curious.
Probably one of the shorter ones. Not the
I'm gonna say
shortest, but she's definitely on the small side.
posting that gif of Edward Elric is completely accurate.
Yep, the,
Oh, no.
the small,
This is
brilliant
probably
engineer.
the size dynamic.
Yeah. Question
Literally,
is,
Ed to Al is literally probably the size dynamic right now.
so who's Al? Is that Taukkav?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's more.
I
Taukkav
would
is
assume that-
Taukkav is a big, tall alien dude.
Taukkav is Al.
Yeah.
Big, tall, manly dude holding.
And
He's
Sarah
just holding back the engineer as she's trying to strangle the scientist.
Ah.
Why is she trying to strangle a house?
No, not me,
the
the
house
other
plan has
one.
betrayed us.
Oh,
Ah.
oh, okay, got it.
The one that doesn't do regular maintenance.
Okay, yeah, I was like, wait a second, why are you doing that?
Meanwhile, the rest of the security crew just watches.
Some security.
I was about to say,
I
what
mean,
do we
hey.
pay you for?
It's our
We're
security,
security
not
for
theirs.
we're not security for them. We're security for us.
This ship's fine. It's
Yeah.
If you get a boarding party, we're your guys. But if you're just screwing around,
yeah.
Yeah.
Security,
It's
not
two
babysitters.
It's 2 of the crew members fighting over beer pong. We don't care.
Yeah.
If we come at you, nothing is wrong. If you come at us, all hands will be thrown.
well, I imagine
Yep.
you can like store up like digital entertainment stuff to pass the time.
We're
like
listening to
being
Space
like being in quarantine during a pandemic. Not that that's
Yeah.
relevant or anything.
Yeah.
Probably got a deck
Cool.
of cards somewhere around.
Yeah, we totally need to store up entertainment for the pandemic. That is the Backstreet Boys reunion tour going on.
What?
Listen, I'm just saying that there's Space Audible playing in the cockpit, and no one's allowed to turn it.
It's audible. Do you just have a podcast going on in the cockpit?
Yes, and no
Yeah.
one's allowed to turn it off. I don't care what your preference is. This is what I'm listening
You've
to.
hidden the controller.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's perfectly fine because my rules for driving is if I'm the one driving, I control the radio. If I'm a passenger, buckle up.
If I'm the passenger, I better have something else.
Yeah.
All right, so who's got the cards?
I mean, don't we have to draw one
surely in
eventually?
3200 there's like better.
Holo
We can
cards.
Yeah,
come up
we-
with better playthings than that.
We've got a deck of
Space.
cards in every single room, even the cockpit.
Card emergencies.
If it
We-
ain't
we-
broke, don't fix it. Cards is an age-old tradition, documented
Space.
to have time-wasting properties.
Space strip poker.
No,
No.
this is a family show.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Take off my vines? I can't.
it's
They're
okay.
attached to me.
I was drinking, you bastard.
Suffer.
Yeah.
Skippo. God, no. Anything.
Well, back in the army, we played cards just to pass the time in between bombardments and rushing the enemy.
So I've probably forgotten from the first session, but like, how did you all become part of the takeout crew? I think it's worth.
I went out drinking, blacked out, and then woke up on the takeout
ship.
with a message that said, "Welcome to the crew."
You just have a sticky note stuck to your head that says you're high.
Yep.
I was looking for work, and the captain hired me.
Fair enough. You satisfied with your wages so far?
So
What
far.
wages? I mean, I guess I did get
You're getting
202
paid.
credits.
You
so.
you kind of get room and board and a share of the spoils. So I guess that's the wages.
Yeah,
It's a start.
it's better than traveling without having free room and board and also no paycheck.
Yep.
They found Taukkav after a escape attempt went quite awry. Awry being, oh crap! I've killed everyone on the ship that can actually fly. I don't know what I'm doing. Crap.
So you were the one who
that's
got
hilarious.
boarded, and you were the sole survivor.
Yeah, normally it's the other way around.
Right?
It's like, all right, wait, give us all your. Wait, what happened here?
Where is everyone?
Done.
Over there, and some in my stomach.
I think I'm standing on some.
I feel like this was actually Sarah's ship and everyone just jumped on it.
Probably.
Well, then how
Probably
did
not
Acrasis
first-
become the captain?
She was the first victim.
So just Acrasis jumped on board and declared himself the captain, and the rest is history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
which justifies her antagonist.
You just came on board one day and went, I'm the captain now.
Look at
And
me.
everybody just went, okay.
Just walked around with a fancy hat saying, "I'm the driver."
He just came
No.
in one day with a captain hat. And
No.
nobody
Very
said
specifically not the driver.
You can wear the hat, but you can't be the driver.
anything. Just one day up port, came
Just
back to the ship with a
Sit
captain
over
hat
there
and
in
nobody
the
said
corner
anything.
and don't touch anything. Don't
got one of
breathe
those-
on anything.
This is your captain circle, stand in it.
He's got one of those old tricorn hats.
It's the sadness circle from Inside Out.
Yep.
Don't leave the circle.
Don't leave the captain circle.
And don't touch anything,
Boy.
or it'll turn blue and we'll all die.
Anyway,
Anything?
Yeah, so we all-
Oblivious is very far away. Anything else anyone wants to do or say or bring up in the travel time? Feeling like no?
No, we're good.
All right.
I don't
That's,
know what you guys are rolling for.
We've
We're
had
playing
our-
cards.
Yeah, I rolled because Digo rolled. So I won the first hand, lost the second.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't mind me. I was off to the side giggling.
All right. Well, you after about 72 hours, you appear in the Aeon system, and almost immediately you get a ping for a video call on the ship's communication system.
No.
Oh, God.
No.
Space Skype.
Do you want to take it? Or should
No.
I? Because the captain's not in any state to do it.
I'm not here.
3 days
Okay,
have passed,
okay,
and
I'll do
Acrasis
it.
is still not.
If they ask for the pilot's in the bathroom. If they ask for my name,
I-
I don't exist. Bye.
Okay.
We weekend at Denny's him.
just put
Stand behind him,
Just
manipulate
say
his
welcome
golems.
to Wendy's. How may I help
Welcome-
you? Shall we?
Welcome to
Sir.
Takeout. How can we take your order?
Sir, this is a drive-through.
Oh dear.
I'm glad that
Just-
I'm glad that the SS Takeout lives on as being just really dumb.
Yeah.
If you assumed otherwise, you are mistaken.
I'm not sure what I assumed.
And if you don't want to do it in the cap,
I'm not
still
doing
shit
it.
faced, I'll do it then. Pass me the thing.
Also, yeah, did you say weekend at Bernie's or weekend at Denny's?
I might have said Denny is thinking it was Bernie's.
Smarty said,
Weekend at Denny's.
it's fine.
Weekend at Denny's.
Combination. It's fine.
If you spend a weekend at Denny's, man, you've got a problem.
I
Or
think
you
that's.
have
I think that has to
24
be
hours.
this is the session title now. That's. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just what
that's
it's going to
gonna
be.
be
Denny's.
Weekend at Denny's.
We had a 24-hour Denny's at college. It was kind of going there at 3 o'clock in the morning is really fun.
Weekend at
'Cause
Denny's
that's
is
when the
very
heroes
different.
I was thinking Weekend at Bernie's, but what came out of my mouth was completely different.
Well, we're going to immortalize that now and forever. Sorry.
Great.
That's how the best. That's how the best things are created, by accident.
Yeah.
So, do you actually try to like puppeteer your captain?
No, I'll just take the thing. If you're like, well, if you're not going to do it and he's shit faced, just pass me the thing. I'll do it.
I'll stand behind him looking menacing.
Just don't put the cook on there because that would probably be a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, just sit there like you belong there.
Yes. Okay, just the very friendly plant medic is going to take
Rare
it.
permission to sit in the pilot's chair.
Oh, yeah.
Bayleaf's probably the only one who ever gets this.
Yeah.
All right. So you accept the video call, and well, Cerez, how would you describe Arsene?
I knew it.
That good, huh?
If you think of like the stereotypical bodyguard, big, tall, bulky man, but looks really smart, like a spy. Like I'm thinking, like,
a well-muscled men in black kind of thing.
yes, yes, and he has the glasses because I think I'm funny.
Because why not?
Because why
Alright.
not? Because
All right then. First thing he does right out the gate is ask for Cerez Allens.
She's
She's on the can.
on
What do you
the
want?
toilet.
You,
no,
you
not
messed up.
Yeah, she's
It was
she's
if
on
they
the
ask for the
toilet.
pilot, they're on the toilet. If they ask by name, they don't exist.
That's
Well, you've messed up now, so
Yep.
traitors!
he says, I see. Well, let her know that the family wants to see her as soon as possible.
Oh,
family?
No.
She'll
it's
know.
not for set.
She'll know what
Like
I
the
mean.
daughter of a mafia boss or something?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, honestly.
He chuckles and the call ends.
I'll take that as a yes.
It's
Well,
all Arsene.
Okay. Is this where we find out that you're like some sort of fucking princess or something?
There, some
No.
backstories here.
Listen, it's very clear she didn't want to go here. And still wanted to. Now you get this.
Okay, then.
Well,
He does yell that out from outside, though. Outside
I mean,
to piss off.
we could just leave.
we could just leave, yes.
No.
How good of an idea does Cerez think that is?
It's a bad idea because it won't end well.
We just show up. Yeah, so she's on the toilet. We're gonna go now.
I mean, he already hung up.
Totally not suspicious at all.
Nope, not at all. Perfectly normal.
Mm-hmm.
She left her dog in the oven. I'm sorry.
She was. Oh no, she's dead.
Listen, they wouldn't even believe that.
Wait, why did you say they were dead? I panicked.
Good stuff. Well,
Mhm.
Well,
does anyone want to ask Cerez any questions? Does Cerez want to make any recommendations?
aside from leave,
We can't leave.
Okay. How bad is this? Is this like, are we gonna get shot at?
Yes.
on the scale
Oh.
of 1 to fucked, how many medkits do I need to bring?
27.
Okay.
It's a 27 med kit issue. Okay. That's a good one.
Wow, that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Should we leave someone on the ship aside from the captain?
Yes. Yes, huh.
The ship's probably fine. But we wouldn't be able to leave the sector.
Okay, then
At
we
all.
don't leave the circle.
Should we
Boy.
scan the sector, see if there's anything else here?
You could. You didn't exactly. Didn't I think Cerez would know that it doesn't sound like it's a time sensitive thing, but like turning and running would be a bad idea.
Oh no, she's painfully aware of the
Yeah.
like now that she's in the sector and now that contact has been made and they know that she's in there, she can't leave.
That probably would have been a good time for that that sensor mask.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
Oh well.
Oops.
Too
Well,
late now.
We probably would have seen through it anyway.
It's fine. All right. So where are we going to meet up with your family?
No.
is it even your family or is this some sort of
Yes, no.
crime?
Kind of.
Are they going to make us an offer we can't refuse?
They've already
I
told
mean-
me one.
Yeah, they kind of already did.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll get the medkits.
You'll probably have to explain this in the simplest terms possible.
Which
It's-
part? The fact that I can't leave now? And I could take my time, but I can't leave.
Let's just see what else is in the system real quick. Do a quick scan.
Yeah, let's waste our time. It's fine.
Yeah.
No,
Not
entirely.
wasting our time, we're wasting their
It's
time.
fine.
Yeah.
Listen, if it was time sensitive, there would be a ship.
I would assume we would be tired to keep the
We wouldn't
missiles.
be having this conversation if it was time sensitive.
Yes. If it was time sensitive, I can't. I'm gonna go get the medkits. I've forgotten how to common.
This is what happens when you put your sleep for a little.
Yeah.
I was honestly
when you
trying to
come out of
figure
the
if you
plant
were-
sleep, it's you're a little groggy.
Yeah, I was honestly trying to figure out if that was on purpose or not.
It's a miracle that you were able to. This is why
Yeah.
the call answered so badly.
This is what happens when you give me the call when I've just come out of sleep.
You're not allowed to sit in the seat anymore.
So I did it once.
I can die happy now.
Well, I
Privileges.
heard an intent to scan in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are 2 signal sources, one of which you already know about, which is the planet Amirg. And there's also a research base. So go ahead and refresh your maps, and you should be able to see it in the Aeon system.
Them go
Oh,
through.
no,
How text
Is it-
on the text on the stream just says the planet of New York.
Interim outpost held hostage.
Ah, goddamn, was that not hidden?
No.
Ah, the notes
No.
weren't hidden. Well, that's weird.
We'll pretend we didn't.
Is hidden. There we go. Goodbye.
It's still there.
Well, you probably have to.
Once you
refresh again.
refresh, it won't be
Oh.
anymore.
Yeah. You refresh and now it's gone. No more notes.
Yep, there you go. Okay.
Well,
So-
it kind of says what you end up finding there anyway, which is a sort of system outpost research base staffed by the Iridomir, which is the alien race of sort of humanoid ant type people.
The ant people.
Yeah. The ants. Because I had just come off playing a ton of Bug Fables.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But the researchers inside are being held hostage by some kind of criminal crew.
That's the family.
No, it's not.
No, it doesn't
Not
seem
this
to be the operation you're familiar with, Cerez. You're not sure who they might be, but they seem to be reasonably well armed.
She has no reason to fear.
She's
Yeah.
already fearing. She can't go any higher.
Hmm.
Basically, if they hurt her, they're dead. That's what I'm hearing.
It's a
They
handful
won't
of it's,
hurt her.
But
Not
what
yet.
about the rest of us?
Yeah.
Well, they can try. If they succeed, I'll probably die.
That's
That's the
so.
spirit.
I should
No.
I should remind you that generally stars of that number level 1 is kind of a lethal state of play for this game.
Yes. I've got 4 hit
Don't.
points, so
Stop.
I'm squishy, but I got a good armor class.
So,
do we
the
want to go
question-
deal with the criminals or the criminals?
I mean, technically we are, and they are too.
Everyone's
Probably.
a criminal.
No, we're all criminals now.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want
So
to do
it's a
anything about the
hostage
research
situ-
base?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything
Yes.
but what I'm supposed to be doing
Anything
right now.
to delay the inevitable.
Wait, hold on, Sarah.
Yeah.
What if the reason they're holding them hostage is because they said they had a breakthrough and they couldn't take it anymore?
I don't care.
Oh, okay, just checking.
I'm up for bashing some heads.
All right, you just want to do this like with a few quick skill checks, or do you want to have like a full-on combat?
Hmm.
I'm good with the quickie.
All right,
Yeah, well, quick, fine.
Yeah.
Giggity.
you're just gonna go ahead,
Oh,
just
I know what I said.
line up and storm the place.
Sure, why
Sure.
Well, I mean,
Or
can we
do
get
you-
in stealthily? I don't think we can hide this ship.
I mean, if the muscle wants the muscle,
I mean, we can
Why
mask
not?
the ship, make it look like a different ship from far
make it
away.
look like a different takeout.
So instead of being Chinese takeout, it is
It's Indian.
Italian
Thai.
takeout.
Thai.
Yeah.
Thai.
It's Thai.
I could totally go for some Thai right now. Actually, it sounds
Oh,
really
man.
good.
None of it's
Yeah.
I had Thai yesterday.
all the time.
All right, so you want to use a sensor mask to say make your ship non-suspicious
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
to the hostage takers?
I guess.
I'll take some finagling to sort of make yourself look like one of them. And it really only masks your signal, not so much your look.
Right.
It masks your appearance on sensors, the data you put out there.
Oh, yeah. I think that will get us close so that we can just send the tough guys in.
Yeah.
All three of us.
All
So
three
let's
of them.
say and you can dock even if they don't want you to with the boarding tubes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I want a program check for how good the sensor mask decoy is, and then some combat related checks for when you storm the place.
program.
And just have everybody roll up.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be, int program or, strength, strength melee skills, dex, weapon skills, whatever is appropriate for you.
Which I think for weapon,
For a weapon, it'll be in your
for
weapon
combat, I think
data.
it's D20.
No, it's not hack a
D20 to roll for attacking.
Yeah. Attack rolls are D20. Skill checks are 2D6.
Let me confirm that. Yep, it is a 1d20 attack roll to hit. With your attack bonus from your weapon, the relevant combat skill, and the attribute modifier relevant to the weapon, which is usually listed with the weapon data.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm an unarmed specialist, so mine's kind of weird.
That is true. You have that focus. So you gain punch as a bonus skill.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Digo.
No, that's okay. I'm going to use my special ability, Lucky. Once per scene, negate one hit or turn a failed attack into a success.
Let's see, because I have a punch level 1.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
So your punch attacks do 1d8 damage.
And my stun baton does 1d8 damage.
I'm just looking for attack rolls.
Yeah, I'll do the roll for and figure out that.
I was told there was a program roll. That's what I rolled.
Mm-hmm. Digo misses outright, unfortunately.
Oh, I can't use my lucky ability?
Do you...
It's part of the soldier background.
Soldier background, let me...
Are you sure it's not part of the warrior class?
Or, well, actually, yeah, it might be warrior class that has it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you have, as an instant ability, you can choose to negate a successful attack roll against you or turn a missed attack roll you made into a successful hit.
Yep, Veteran's Luck is the official name.
Okay, that's it. So I will use that. Because this is kind of...
bonus to hit, is that dexterity or strength, or is that based
based on the attack you use?
I think it's
punching or are you shooting?
It's punching, I think.
Yeah,
right?
you're using the punch skill, so that's probably strength.
Screw it, that did not work at all.
Very swingy.
2 5s. Wow.
That spot hates us today.
Being a partial warrior, you also get an additional attack bonus, but...
Oh, okay. Oh, right, I forgot about that, but I don't think that helped.
Not so much. And you do not have a reroll like the pure warrior does. Or automatic success, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Well, Smarty, you have any way you'd like to contribute?
Which goes.
What are your psychic skills?
I have psychic heal.
Biosonics, basically?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I need to bionic sign it so I don't have to touch people to heal them. I just go, you heal. And they heal.
What skill do you roll to do that? Because your teammates may need some help. Or do you just spend effort?
I have it mastered, so I don't need to spend effort.
Oh, right. Sweet.
I just point at people and they heal.
All
I think
right.
you might need to
like-
actually touch
I'm
them.
like well, no. I mean,
He's got a thing that says.
yeah, I've got the thing that lets me do it at range, so I'm
Is that
basically
remote repair?
Yep.
Psionic sucker.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, Psionic Sucker and Mastered Sucker.
Yeah,
and,
Psychic Sucker, Mastered Sucker, and then remote repair. Seems like it would be
Yeah,
the one.
I don't have remote repair yet, so it's mostly just cure light wounds basically.
Well, no, you have it at range, so it wouldn't be Cure Light Wounds, because Cure Light Wounds, you have
if you
to
don't,
basically smack them all up.
remote repair is the thing that gives you the thing at range. So
Yeah, Psychic Sucker by itself is just you can touch them. Remote repair makes it up to 100 meters.
Well, I'll need to move up to that then.
well, I mean, for this,
I mean-
it's just an. I was just looking for an abstract roll of some kind.
Which is
But it's
1d6
just-
plus
Yeah, roll to
1 at level 1.
Roll to for the healing hit
Roll to
Depending on
heal.
what level it is. At level 0, it's just more stabilizing a mortally wounded target as a main action. At level 1, it's 1d6 plus 1 hit points.
The finger guns of healing. Yeah, I need to get those.
points.
Just pew pew pew.
Yeah.
But that's third level.
Oh yeah, no, this one having it mastered just means I don't spend. So last time I did this, I was telekinesis, so I just threw scalpels at people.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just roll a D6?
D6 plus 1. If is Psychic
Yeah,
Sucker
depending
at
on what
1?
level you're at.
I have a yes.
Then yeah, it's 1d6 plus 1.
Hang on, what level? Shit, where was my sheet? There it is. I need to scroll back up. I am Cyanoic.
Yeah, if you have Mastered Sucker, then it's going to be at level 1,
Yeah.
which would be
Okay.
1d6 plus 1.
1d6
Correct.
4.
So someone gets healed 4 hit points.
All right. So
Be healed with the power of biology.
Taukkav takes a few hits, but Dr. Bayleaf is there to patch him up. And the sensor mask gave you just enough of the element of surprise, and your security guys did enough of a bang-up job with the surprise attack that even though there was some return fire that caught Taukkav, you're able to get through. The operation is a success.
Knock them unconscious, tie them up, take their weapons.
All right, you do so. They are fairly reasonably well equipped for pirates, to the point that you think they're probably not pirates. Not run of the mill
Take all their
anyway.
stuff.
I mean, that's what taking the weapons is. It's ours now.
Let's see.
Put it in the armory.
Sure. Let me just mark down that you've got some high tech weaponry, expensive weaponry, and we can work that out specifically later. And the Iridimir on the station, the several researchers, are very, very thankful that you saved them. They're here kind of on a diplomatic mission. They're mainly just there to study the digital entertainment that comes out of Amirg, because it's a very different culture from theirs, so far away up in what was it? It's Phila. Phila is the homeworld of the Iridamir, way up in system 0602 Thuses.
So they came here to watch the Bachelor.
Well,
they were under quarantine. They were under quarantine, and these guys showed up. I'm gonna take your stuff.
Truly, truly fascinating. Please continue. Anything but what I need to do.
Delaying the inevitable as long as possible.
Absolutely.
yeah, they say that they give me a second. The Iridamir kind of have a very powerful collective consciousness. So the stuff they learn and see here is sort of like passed through the unconscious to the entire semi-hive mind. So they don't even need like communications equipment to... They can't send like anything like very specific, but there's sort of a general awareness.
It's like the emotions that they get from watching this is sent to every Iridamir.
Every Iridamir who taps into the collective consciousness.
Yeah.
And sort of the observations and opinions they have.
So they really like this guy on Survivor, but they don't like his...
And most there's not a whole lot of Iridamir in this lower part of the sector, so not a whole lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Not a whole lot of feedback. Not a whole lot of opportunity for other Iridamir to be like, hey, this sucks. But no, they're just...
You have bad taste in reality show.
Well, Amirg is kind of the Hollywood of the sector. You Cerez would you Cerez, having grown up there, I think would know that it's kind of split between the megacorps and the crime syndicates.
Yeah.
And but there's also a very massive digital entertainment economy there. There's all the big names, all the big franchises, all the big celebrities. They're all working on the planet of Amirg.
Okay. Planet Hollywood.
Kinda. But yeah, they don't have much else to reward you with, but they will pass on positive feelings towards you to the collective consciousness.
All right. Exposure.
Oh boy, we got paid in exposure.
With exposure.
Yeah.
And you're free to take the weapons and equipment that they had.
Paid in lethal weapons and exposure.
Hey, those weapons might come in handy. Maybe we could sell some for some money, use some to shoot some other people with.
Let's see. What kind
Who
of stuff
knows?
would they have?
That exposure will turn favor later.
Our relationship with the Iridamir collective has increased by 1. Maybe 2.
What kind of weapons are you guys carrying, out of curiosity?
I've got a stun baton and a revolver. Mostly just using the stun baton because non-lethal.
Yeah.
A laser pistol and a mono blade knife.
Yeah. Pistol,
am a weapon.
knife as well.
A pistol.
A weapon.
I mean, he
Interesting.
is.
A pistol and the power of medicine.
Power of science.
The power of science. If I had telekinesis, it would be a pistol and whatever is nearby.
A pistol and a potato chip. And then you eat the potato chip.
I eat the pistol because I can eat anything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Eat the pistol, throw the potato chip.
I eat the pistol, throw the potato chip. You never expect it.
Okay.
I'll take this potato chip and
And
throw it.
Throw it.
So our plant is
Yeah.
partly Dr. Zoidberg here.
Woo!
Being just odd.
Consume.
I can also see anyone or see psychic power and know where anyone is that uses it with mind tracing.
Yes.
So you can
well,
tell the,
it is relevant then that all Iridamir are psychically gifted.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a hive mind. I would hope.
So.
So yes, you can see that they have like psychic activity around them, pretty straight up.
And theoretically, if they are being affected by a telepathy power, I could tap into that and share the senses.
Oh yes, no. By all means, tap into the hive mind. There's no way that could go wrong.
Do you
Yeah,
want
I'm not
to
going
do
to.
that? Okay.
You totally should.
But yeah, I can do that as an instant action. 5 times per scene with my 5 effort.
I mean, it'd be really funny to watch.
I don't know. That sounds like
Well, okay, it would be funny for us. It would be a pain in the ass for the doctor.
It's okay. I'll just if I can shoot you or something.
You'll just go to sleep after and then not
Just
wake up in a week.
I need to snap you out the hive mind some way, and it'll just it'll just gradually progress from poking you with a pencil to bite your arm off.
oh yeah, definitely Zoidberg.
Well, just go from there.
So I'm gonna say what you have here. You're the most significant haul. A lot of it is there's some like basic like projectile weapons that aren't much better than what you got right now that you can sell. Sell for like 300 credits total. But there's also a on sort of like the top guy, there was a thermal pistol and a plasma projector. But both of those are bio-locked by some kind of technical system that you can't immediately crack.
Hmm.
Is that a challenge?
Apparently
Probably.
it is.
You can't crack it technologically.
Because I will accept that challenge.
All right, do you want to take that on right away?
I could try and hack into it.
Do it.
Because it's a distraction and she wants one.
What is it? Also, it lets me use the only skill I have, which involves hacking.
Oh yeah, why not? So
Go
yeah,
for it.
give me int program.
So what it says is that I roll 3d6 on the skill check and then drop the lowest die. So I'm just
And I
gonna
feel like
Where does it say that, out of curiosity?
I remember it was hacker. It's the foci.
You've taken the hacker focus?
Yes.
Gain program as a bonus skill when attempting to hack a database or computerized system, which I will say this counts. Roll 3d6 on the skill check and drop the lowest die. Yes.
I feel like
just
since
gonna
it's the
I'm just gonna roll it
since
all
it-
together and then do math.
Yep.
I feel like since it's like a bio type thing, Dr. Bayleaf would probably be able to help.
Ooh, yes, you could probably aid with this. But biotechnology is a bit different from biopsionics, but
Yeah.
maybe
I
you'd be
rolled
able
a
to give some
10,
kind of
essentially.
advice.
Yeah. Do the science thing that was.
I rolled the science thing. It says drop the lowest die, which would be a 1, so it's still a 10.
It's still a 10.
I think there is actually a thing or something in the formatting where you can have it drop the lowest one.
Probably, but I'm too lazy to figure it out right now.
I mean, it's easy. The lowest one is a 1, so.
Yeah.
We can just look at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can just look at it. Yep.
So let's see, that'd be 10. If you got 8, that would be an 11. I think I was looking for a 12 on this. But I think I'm going to give you a partial success, which is to say you think you can beat it, but it's going to take time to sort of generate the false sample you need to beat it.
I will accept that.
So, not immediately, but by the beginning of next session, you will have a brand
New
new
weapons.
thermal pistol and plasma projector.
Yeah.
And some clips for that. Should mention there's ammo, but I'm not really keeping track of ammo too hard. Just because there's a lot to keep track of as it is.
Yeah.
Emma,
And I am
wisdom.
I am but a simple man.
You're a simple spud.
I'm a humble
Simple
potato.
Humble potato.
Humble city potato.
And if I had gone with that ages ago instead of Newbiespud.
I mean, you can always level up.
Yeah, at this point, it's everywhere. All right. Well, I think that
I've
wraps
already
up.
printed the shirts.
I wish I had a merch store. Not that anyone's orders are going to be fulfilled right now. Anyway, this would be the worst time to start a merch store.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I think that takes care of the research-based Lemgo 3.
So
Unless
it
you
was a
have-
pun.
Was it?
Like, let me go.
That worked out really well
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it was randomly generated for me.
Let me go anywhere but what I need to go to.
No, I think that's it.
I mean, we could not actually land on Amir yet and just search the orbital ruin R6.
There is stuff around Amir that you could check out, yes. There's a couple of space stations and an orbital ruin. But that's up to you.
I mean, you could always pull the band-aid off right now.
Yeah. As
That's kind of my
as your
suggestion.
medical professional, I would recommend
Here's
doing
the out
that.
of character question. How really interested are you in that?
Kinda.
How
Yeah,
interested
But I'm
are
also
we
kind of
in-
interested in those ruins.
How interested are we in Soray's backstory?
I'm not really interested in the backstory so much as I'm interested in the reaction to the backstory.
That too, I will admit.
Okay. Pull the band-aid off.
Just as your medical professional, I recommend pulling it off as quick as possible.
What do you mean pulling it off slowly doesn't help?
No, just rip it off.
No.
As a man who's fairly hairy, doing it slowly is so much worse.
Well, you gotta press down on the area where the hair is while you pull it up, which is a bit difficult if it's on like an arm or something.
Yeah, I've noticed.
This
Yeah,
is
no,
a
just
tangent.
rip it.
Can we get off the tangent?
We're going to a mirror.
All right.
We're going
Get
to go
my
to...
better sanity.
All right. So you fly on down towards the spaceport that Cerez once left from ages ago. Down in this very industrialized modern planet. Which that's not like a planet-wide city, because that would be a little dumb. But there's just, the cities that are there are very tall and multiple layered. A lot of disparity between people who can afford to live up top and the people who are down in the slums below.
Like, what was that Star Wars planet? Was that Coruscant?
That was Coruscant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Coruscant if it was reasonable. If it was even halfway reasonable.
Okay.
And
So,
not
Sarah,
like,
should we...
not like a physics nightmare and logistics nightmare.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, how reasonable are these people that we're meeting? Like, if we act civilized, they're not going to shoot us, kind of thing. Is that kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're not going to shoot us, or yeah, they are going to shoot us?
No, they won't shoot you if you're not stupid.
Well,
It works for me.
yeah, okay. We can work with that.
I had to think about it for a
See,
second.
I'm not stupid. I'm just not smart. It's a little middle ground there.
I'm fairly average.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. All the stupid ideas I was screaming on the ship, don't do any of those.
Got it. Do what we normally do.
Go play
Business
cards.
is normal.
That imply we should be listening to you at some point?
Oof.
Okay. Sorry.
Called out.
I'm gonna get my butt
I
kicked
feel like
later.
she's got like 7 wrenches attached to her belt at all times, and each one has like a name on it.
Yeah, I deserve that.
You do.
So, like, are the names corresponding to the crew members?
Yes.
So then, is one of them for you?
No, one of them's for Arsene.
What about the 7th?
It's the captain's spare.
Wow, he gets
2 for the captain. Makes sense.
Yeah, you get 2 when you steal my ship.
And slimes have resistance to physical damage, so
Yeah, so double work. I'm glad I'm entertaining you, Spud.
Sorry, that slimes are resistant to physical damage, so you need 2 line. Just kind of like stuck up on me. Because it's not how that works in the system, but like
It's fine.
his mental image is just like batting Acrasis atop the head with not 1 but 2 wrenches is just
This is how,
bundled in
what do
your
you mean
fist.
this isn't how this
It's
works? It's totally how this works.
She also does it because she wants.
I miss just letting you guys go wild.
You're welcome.
This is where it's all about.
Yeah.
All right, so Cerez, I assume you want to just go straight to the family.
Yep.
All right, you
Pull the Band-Aid off.
You don't need to search. You know exactly where it is. Safe houses are still pretty much where you knew them, because the Yaji family is still has a fair bit of power and influence, and even some legitimate forward-facing businesses.
I truly love making these words that you have to say that I don't have to say.
Yeah.
Say it. What
No.
kind of what's the name of the family you invented?
Called Bob.
Yazji.
Yazji? Okay.
So the real question is, are any of us staying on the ship with the captain, or are we just leaving him alone?
Captain's fine. They're
Just
not
put a
gonna take the ship.
The captain's
He'll be fine. Just
The real
leave
concern was the ship, but good to know it's safe.
They're
the,
not
just
gonna
leave the
take
alarm
ship.
system on.
The port has some, reasonable amount of security. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a port that anyone used. But there's, also crime syndicates abound, so...
I feel like she's really certain that something that belongs to her isn't going to be taken.
I mean, I can stay on the ship if you're that paranoid.
I mean, no, that's fair,
It's
assuming the
fine.
background that I'm assuming that Saris has.
You're probably wrong.
Could very well be.
All right, well, so you stroll up to this very... you take an elevator up to the upper part of the city and stroll into this very clean-looking executive office building. It's a very legitimate-looking front for some kind of technology company. And with Cerez in front, you're able to head all the way up to the executive level and meet with the man that you saw in the communications call. It's a very, very well-built man in black named Arsene, who gives kind of a predatory smile to Cerez as she comes in and says, last message we got from you, you said that you'd been hijacked. But I must say, this doesn't look like a hostage situation one bit.
Yeah, well,
She got over it.
Yeah, that's probably the nicest way of putting it.
So what you're saying is you're available and certainly not trying to slip out from our radar.
no, because that would be stupid. Why would I ever think that, Arsene?
Oh, you don't have to... You can speak your mind, I don't mind. We've been...
Yeah, like, piss off.
We've been working together for a while, haven't we? Practically raised you. You don't seem very grateful.
Get on with it. What do you guys want from me now?
Well, obviously, little Allens wants to go explore the galaxy. And
Oh
it
god,
would
is this
be...
babysitting?
Do I need to get out your wrench?
And now that's gonna be a running gag.
Get in the wrench!
Really just gonna run out on us? Is that what you really want to do?
If I could, I wouldn't have gotten caught the first time.
He's quieting things for a little while. And he says, there might be a way you may be able to get your freedom. But it's going to take doing something impossible. Something so valuable that, well, we won't need you anymore.
You clearly don't know me very well, then.
And why is that?
Her attention is entirely on him now. Before, she just was looking everywhere else in the room, and now it's like, nope.
You called me out to talk.
Hi. Hi, Carrot.
If you can pull off the job I have in mind, which I'll warn you right now is a suicide mission, then maybe we can talk about letting you out of your gilded cage. And maybe even get you the star map you need to get on your way.
Ooh.
Well, after the rest of you, I assume, need some incentive if you're flying around.
I do want to say that if there was visuals, it'd be really funny because I've been making the stupidest faces.
I'm glad you're having fun.
The stupidest, most pained, annoyed, and frustrated face in the world.
I've been kind of assuming that.
Yep. Just the most I don't want to be here face.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to do anything. But I really, really need this.
What is the suicide mission?
I think I have that expression. Give me a second.
Where are we going and how many people need to die?
Well,
let's try to keep casualties to a minimum.
Those details
I
can...
assume that's where this is going.
Oh, those details can wait until you're interested, because I certainly wouldn't want you running off and telling any authorities or any competitors, would I?
As if that would stop you.
Let's just say it's something more appropriate for mercenaries to tackle than assets.
There's starting to sound more and more like you can say no, but we would highly recommend you don't.
They'd be extremely disappointed if I said no. So I'm not saying no.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, from my perspective, I don't really have anything better to do. So.
All right.
If it means I can examine new life, sure. They don't necessarily have to be alive when I examine them, but...
Well then.
For context, I put Avis's face in the chat.
Yep.
Ooh, that's very good. How do we... I don't know if I can
Truly,
get that on stream, but give me...
I don't know who that's directed at, but I'm pretty sure that look could kill them.
Probably.
Listen, I'm just saying, if Sarah's looks could kill, she wouldn't have the issues that she has.
Yeah.
If looks
Fair
could
point.
kill, this planet wouldn't exist.
If looks could kill, about 75% of the people on this planet would not be here.
Well, you just had to be there. It's a One Piece screenshot of...
It's not me from One Piece. She looks just very displeased.
Yes, that.
Oh, there's a GIF version.
Yeah.
The gift version makes it better.
All right, let me see if I can get this on.
The gift version, please.
There we go.
Yeah.
Got it on stream. Success.
Gotta see this.
Victory!
Somebody DM it to me or something.
It's
You can see it afterwards.
There we go.
Yeah. I suppose, yes, we'll do it.
Yeah, it is better.
Yep.
I love it.
We have fun here.
Yeah.
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 All right, well, I think that is where we're going to call it for today.
Cool.
Except
Alright.
I think I was going to have fun when he gets here.
Hey, Xencarn, guess what? We accepted a job. It's suicide.
Wake on up. wake up on a ship, no one's there, and he's probably gonna be excited
Mm-hmm.
and party by himself.
Yep. He's gonna get drunk again.
Yeah.
He's gonna seduce the milk jug.
He's gonna spend another weekend at Denny's.
Yeah.
Well, no. He's already seduced the milk jug. Now he has to marry it the next time around.
He's gotta get it a drink.
I mean, he's already done semi-skimmed. He needs to move up to
I
full
did not
fat.
realize we were building a rich narrative here.
Rich milk law.
We've got to build it so
to
he
explain
can get out of it.
to explain for those not in the loop, the original Stars Without Number campaign ended with us trying, the party trying to find the pilot, going to the pilot's apartment and breaking in and finding not much, but like a barely empty fridge with just a jug of milk in it that someone drank because they're a jerk.
The captain got drunk. We broke into the pilot's apartment, and he stole their milk and passed out on the bed with it.
And that because there was never a continuation to that moment
Yeah.
lives
was
on in
continuation.
legend.
The continuation was in the chat going, "You drank my milk?
Yeah.
You broke into my apartment, you drank my milk?"
I drink your milkshake.
Anyway,
God, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
so with you accepting the job, that will be where we end things tonight.
All right.
Awesome.
Then hopefully in 2 weeks we get the whole gang back together to explore our Amirg. Which,
Fun
thanks for that
times.
name, Avis. Definitely not a 3-lane pileup of the vocal cords there.
Listen, if you could take words and make them into other words that other people have to say, so can I.
Make them
Okay,
as
that's-
difficult as possible.
Fine. I deserve that for myxomyc.
If you don't have to say it, you don't have to worry.
The Yazji family operating on the planet Amirg.
Yep.
Ooh. All right.
Fun
We
times.
are full into the sci-fi proper noun C now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, thank you so very much for listening to our Spudventures. If you like what you heard, you can find more of our sessions at youtube.com/Newbiespud or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Spudventures. Search for that on Google Play or iTunes or Spotify. We aim to live stream these games every Sunday around 2 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/Newbiespud. If you want to keep up with this and other projects I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at Newbiespud and just keep up with me generally. If you want to support my ability to produce more content like this with my friends, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Newbiespud. And see you next time with more of The Forgotten Ones. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Later.
I'm going to drink some milk now.
You're gonna go get some milk now.